Live in Hobart at the age group Trans Tasmans. This game is the Amazon women versus the Australian under-27 women's team. Just off the strike there, the refs have pulled up the play here. Equal pass, possibly for both teams breaking or committing a foul when they both cross the strike. Amazon's winning the equal puck there. And Amazons have taken it to the far wall. Seems to be making some ground down that far wall there. Driving towards the middle. But the Aussie women are shutting down. Ref calling up here for a chopping foul against the Amazon. So the Aussie under-27 women's team have a free puck here. And just after that, free puck was taken. Penalty against one of the Aussie under-27 women there for barging against a Kiwi player, possibly one of the forwards. He's silly there to give it away. Now the Amazons have got an attacking opportunity here. Not too far out from the goals. And the player taking it there, flicking it towards the middle of the stack. And again, the referee's pulling it up. Barging again. Possibly a bit of retaliation there. So now the Aussie women have a free puck. Aussie's taking the free puck there. Keeping it on that far wall there. Stagnated.
Team meeting, mate.
And I'm just going to hand over to Andrew Rotisso.
Hello again. What are we playing? It's the women. Oh no, I'm commentating on my daughter's game again. The one game I like to actually sit and watch. Is she playing or coaching? Yep. So it's Australian white. No, have we changed this? Australian women versus Amazons. Well, we got a 2-2 on Monday night, a 3-3 last night in our last second goal. This is a big game, another big game. Not a final you're going to see. The Amazons haven't got a final to play, unfortunately. Cool. Just 1 second, I'll just talk to my assistant. Have you changed this?
Yeah.
Cool. It's just I'm seeing a stream here with a different number on it. Or I'm seeing something.
Oh, I just haven't changed the number, that's all. Oh no, it says game 38. Oh, I just haven't changed that. There we go.
They're saying 35 on here.
Oh, really?
I'm just checking what's working.
No, 38.
Cool. Let's go, leave it there.
Cool.
Come on. Sorry about that, just checking you had the right titles up. And we're actually live, so that's always better than just talking to thin air. So, what's the score so far? 0-0. 10 minutes to go, first half. There's my son, he's looking good. Played a game and lost. What's he playing? Colts, coaching his team. And he built the screening, so he's busy. We got a ref's advantage, playing advantage. Must be to the Aussies because that's the way the play is going. He's happy. Time out down. So advantage. Pushing up now, the Amazons. If you can see their bowlers, but they're excellent. Roberts is in the pool. It's been injury, I did see one girl. Sorry for herself from the physio area. Australia driving forward. Lots of action in the centre court area. The Amazons are wise old sort of dogs, as it will. So I shouldn't have said that, sorry girls. Amazons. In fact, my mixer was going to play with them, but then the player who was at work actually got off work. And yeah, I was disappointed, but we'll see how it's going for Wales, although she's such a great volunteer and refs talking to a player, Alice Underwood shaking her head. Coach Hannah Robertson talking to the teams, while the refs are in some conversation, I'm not sure. Still no fear. It's having a big chat. What's happening? There we go. What's it about? Captain's getting involved in this conversation. The Amazon captain? I don't know who it is. Who is the captain of the Amazons? Ah! Christy Whitehead. Number 3. Big conversations. Still going on. I always wonder, I wish I could victory with this one. It was very strong in what they're trying to say. So as I said, these girls are closely played. And they're off. They're mid-court area still on that far side. Cross over to the Australian sub-bench. Now we're working down this corner. Australian trying to push it down the wall. I'm sure my daughter's listening, starting to play a war game, but sometimes it's not so. My mixer apparently is just left me a note saying she's going to the airport. So Lydia, pick up, take some referees. That's not struggle. Now our rest for this game, as you can see the view from there's Australian talking. Far more and just in that camera, still a little bit of gap in that. I think when we adjusted the camera last time perhaps. That's directly under the Australian sub-bench, which sometimes is considered an advantage. Australia taking backwards and forwards, but she lost her marker. Oh, streaking across, nice tackle. Foots back under herself, trying to open up the space. Australian defender comes in. There, that pass. That's a nice player play. Comes round behind. Straight. Smashes towards the tray. Passing out. It's just good. Pass it to someone who's at the bottom and gets away with it. Selling an opportunity. So 6 of you watching. It's a big audience today. Some people decided to head back to work. I'm trying to slow down. And our refs in this game are Anton. Yes, that is young Anton. Dick. Chinese in the water. Angus in the water. Bruce in the water. Experienced team. Scenario. There's an issue. Long conversation here. while they're talking and having a conversation with. And so I'm going 20 seconds to go on. Amazons, number 1, blank, 2, blank, 3, Crystal White, 4, Samantha Colby, 5, not wicked, great, up and down again, we get back to that. Everyone down there, sitting in this chair. Well, I've seen number, so these guys are not the reason, this is another number. Driving hard out that wing, nice play by Australia. Onto the centre camera, still driving forward. Cross court, defender pushing wide, but still coming. Distant corner. Rest playing advantage. Australia going forward. Rest playing advantage. Still playing advantage. A long advantage. Yes, he scored it. Number against Australia. There's a lot of shouting going on. Disagreement. 2 minutes. Wow. And they've changed the call. The call has changed. It is now against the Amazons. And it's Tony who's sending out player number 8 for 2 minutes. Dan Hunt, the great Tasmanian player. What did Dan do? So we're set up about on the 4-5 metre line. It seems an equal putt. The team's down. Like the other 2 games, this is a close game. So we've obviously got some great experienced ladies from Tasmania, in fact 4 of them, I think, for the Amazons. Actually, we had it trained, and Coach Robert Tissot had brought this team to train hard, and she is one of the hardest trainers underwater hockey has ever seen. Another advantage, with Tony playing advantage again. Twiddles. I was about to do an animal reference, which is the atom discussion. He's still playing advantage, and they're pushed right across the Amazon tray. He's still playing advantage. Yes, he's called something. He's called a goal, so it's obviously an advantage for Australia. Yes, a goal. Refs discussion first time. Conversation, not sure who scored. He's having a word with the Amazon captain. And no, she's out. No, number 6 also is out for 2 minutes. Number 6, who is a blank player. So blank is out. So perhaps at this stage we can interview Coach Robert Tissot, who's next to me. He smiles. How's it going, Jack?
It's going pretty well, Andrew. I mean, my boys set out to improve every game, and they have. I'm actually coaching the under-19B Australian side, and they're doing well. They're a disciplined bunch of young lads, fine athletes, all of them, and it's great to see them really just cutting their teeth on this tournament.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. They certainly look good on the pool deck, which is obviously one of the things you want out of a good team, isn't it? The look good factor.
It is, and it's something we talk about a lot in our team meetings. It's something we've been really focusing on. So it's good. A couple of boys are just starting to get a good moustache going, which is very important for any sort of success in sport. So I'm happy so far.
Excellent. Now, I do have to interrupt because actually we have some interesting play. No, a call against Australia. This has been a great one to play for Australia. We're really happy with this. Coach Robert Tissot, which is the Hannah Roberts, so is actually in the pool. She's everywhere. That I think she looks as though she's playing forward now. Whereas I thought she was playing back. But she is naturally a forward, so I guess she pushes up high. Now on that far side, the road side, it lights up. Championship state. And cross court again. No action in that area. Now underneath the sub deck of the Amazons, back across. If Tony has kept his finger down for once, that's good. Iffy to me. No, he's called something. It's Tony again against Australia. I think that was a chopping call. We are hoping to get a camera on the pool deck. You can correct me on this. The refs. Setting up a movie for us to watch, that's excellent. Down, ball plays on ball. Excellent tackle by Australia. Pass off. Pushing one team to go. Good hold possession. It's actually the second she's through, no. Amazon hits it back, pushing up their court. And stream down there. So, play camera side. Talk to the technical people, they do tell me I'm trying to have cameras on both sides. I'm unable to deal with the camera switch. Not sure why, because I'm having to do it all the time. So, out, look out, play. On my own, camera screens. A bit of ref bum action there, but I'm seeing something. On that back wall, yep, and streaming from the pushes out, the pass goes to two or three Amazons crowding around, so she has that back in the corner, leaves it for the next player, picks it out, tries to work it down the line, gets a pass through. And they work down that line, a lot of work on the swing. At last, a true professional has returned. I'll hand over to Jim tomorrow from the city and I shall go and watch him.
Is it half time?
Half time, perhaps, he suggests.
Is it half time?
It's not quite. 2 minutes for it to go. So
Alright.
hold on there. Yeah. So, just to bring you up to date. Australia 1, Amazon 0. No, it's half time. I apologise. It's stupid way to play more. Right. Catch you later. Fury.
Yeah, if you get a chance,
Yes,
just come up here. It's probably too far.
too far. We're always trying to get them as far as okay, not okay. 3. Yep. No.
Oh, hey everyone. We're back here, just at half time in the Australian under 27s, I believe they are, team against the Amazons, a team mostly from New Zealand, but with a couple of Australian regions. The score at the moment, 1 goal to the Australian side and 0 on the black team, which is the Amazons. I've just been away playing my game, the Colts team from Australia against the under-22 New Zealand team. Hope you got to catch that one, it was a really good game. The final score was of course 3 to the New Zealand under-22 teams, and we scored 0 goals, so 3-0 to New Zealand there. unfortunately, I haven't really got to watch much of this game, so I don't really know what's been going on, but it looks like the girls have managed to get at least one goal up. Hopefully, it's been a nice, clean flowing game, not too much ref action, as that's always a bit of a pain. We've got Matthew Payne in there having a bit of a chat to the under 22 girls from Australia. Matt Payne, of course, went to the World Competition in South Africa just earlier this year with the Australian team, who got the gold medal. Unfortunately, Matt Payne broke his hand in one of the earlier games and hasn't actually been able to play hockey since. He's just now getting back in and starting to do some skills. So hoping him a speedy recovery. 35 seconds left now, counting down for the second half of this game. What I can only assume has been a tight game for looking at the scoreline. And I'm just going to check my mic's still working before the thing starts. And it looks like we're good to go. Well, playing around with the computer, maybe I should be doing. 10 seconds now coming up for the second half of this game. Everyone's back in their respective positions. Coaches in their coach box. Matt Payne back on the spectator side of the pool. And they're off. Looks like the Amazon's very speedy, just taking it straight down the middle. It's gone off. It looks like towards the left-hand side, but they've done a good job of keeping it in the middle there in that driving zone. Back down to the Australian team now in possession, pushing. Flick back, and a bit of a spin there from the Australian player. Just making sure I've got my teams right. Yes, it does look like it is indeed the Australians driving now out of the 45 away from our cameras, and they might be able to make it all the way into that back corner. Pretty good defensive position for the Amazons, but still not what you want the puck to be. It looks like the Amazons have just managed to kick the puck out of that corner on their side wall there. And we'll see if they can manage to push it all the way out. Looks like the puck coming across now. Bit of a swerve into the middle from what looked like the Australian player, but it's been taking off there, and the Amazons are breaking out now. Breaking out almost halfway down the court. Now the Amazons have managed to defend. So the Australians now, very wide flick back to that halfback, which has got a lot of room on the side. She's flicked it forward, right underneath the Amazon sub-edge there, and it's come all the way around. Looks like the Australian team driving now into the goals. We'll see if they've got the enough numbers to put it in. Looks like they have. Really great, 3 forwards all in a row, and nowhere for those Amazon defenders to curl and look for space. Looks like number 5 on that Australian team scoring that goal. That's Sarah Walker scoring that goal. Sarah Walker from WA. Really good goal from the Australian team. Just getting a lot of numbers down. Really good drive covering the wide angles. So when the puck spilled out, she was able to put that in. Everyone now swimming back to the sub-bench. The refs seem impatient to get the game started again. The score is now 2 Australia, Amazons 0 in the second half. Getting back to the play now, and it looks like the Amazons once again much quicker to get to that puck. Australia curls and finds a halfback. They're just taking it out to the safety of that wall. A lot of Amazons players down, I can see. A lot of Amazon players down indeed, but they don't look like they're going to make much room down that wall. It's right underneath the Australian sub-edge there, so getting lots of fresh legs in. Coach Hannah Robertiso playing this game for the girls, since she actually fits the age requirements. And a lot of battling on that wall, and the flick goes into the middle, but it looks like the Australians managed to pick it up before any New Zealand defenders had a big curl, really trying to get it out of that aggressive zone. Amazons coming in. Looks like the Australian just managed to get it out in a very slow and considered approach back to that wall, not wanting to lose possession. Looks like they've been shut down on that wall. They couldn't find the flick to open it back up. And a lot of players down, and it looks like Australia just slowly inching out for now. Anyway, big hit coming in from that Australian back. She comes back in to play. It's stood off the wall a little bit. Australia now, they've found themselves a bit of room with that maneuver off the wall. And as they come back onto it, they make a couple of meters distance. Amazons look like they've got it curled around, fed it back in the middle there. And almost like it's magnetic, the puck's back on that wall. Very safe zone for both teams. Much safer when the puck's on that wall there. whenever you lose a bit of possession. Big flick goes in the middle from what looked like an Australian player, but the Amazons pushing it all the way across to the far wall. Oh wow, and a big swim from that Amazon player. Looks like she's got sole possession of that puck. Australian team desperately trying to get down and limit the damage from that big swim. But all of a sudden, ooh, I may have been in the wrong mindset there. That was actually an Australian player doing that massive swim all the way around inside the Amazons team. And it looks like they've put it in. Sorry about that confusion there, guys. As an Australian player, a massive switch all the way around the side of the pool there, and managing to score that goal, presumably by getting enough numbers down to put it in. It looks like the Amazons did have some defenders back. It wasn't just a breakaway goal. I wish we had a replay function. Maybe next year, if Hobart is successful in the bid for the H-Group Games World, we'll have much more than just 2 countries here if that's successful. Maybe we'll be able to get a nice replay function. Anyway, just over 10 minutes left, and the score now 3 Australia, 0 to the Amazons. Mostly New Zealand players, a couple of Australians as well. Really just nice to get an additional team into that competition to play against the Australian and New Zealand teams we've seen so far. Referee now calling advantage as the puck swung out to the wall by the Amazons. Good little move, gets all the way around that Australian winger. And it looks like the Australians just strip the puck out and bring a big 45. Amazon back on attack, flicks it. Oh, and a bit of a square flick there. Maybe she needs to go a bit deeper if she wants an uncontested flick. 2-on-2 now. Looks like they're going to feed it back out to the Amazons team. The refs seem very happy with that. And Amazon's just looking around, trying to find some space. Flick goes a bit alright. Number 5, Sarah Walker, picking up that puck. Flick goes back, and Australia looking to feed it back to their halfback, and she's swimming on a 45-degree angle. And the referee's got his hand in the air. Something wasn't right there. Bit of a free arming by an Australian player. The referees are calling. But really good passage of play by the Australians, swimming into space, taking the space where they got it, and then finding their support behind them. Just making holes in this Amazon team. Amazons now with this puck driving to the right, comes back into the inside, and this lady wants to do it all herself. She's swung it all the way across. Looks like she's going to be zoned out back to towards her own sub-bench here, though. Right on cell. Oh, Australia now. Nice little pass back. Looks like they're going to try to find the wide space with the switch. And they've taken it all the way around. I wonder who will have the most support. It looks like Australia doing well, bringing it back into the middle now. Amazons chop down that flick, and it looks like they've stalled the drive for now. Australia doing a good job getting that switch all the way across the pool. Hasn't looked like it's ultimately gained them any ground though. Amazons all over that. And it's coming back into the middle, back onto the wall now. Both teams playing a bit of cat and mouse with the puck, trying to go back and forth and try to find some room. Looks like an Australian player is picking up the puck in the middle there, and it's called chopping against the Australian team. So that's going to be near the middle of the pool, I would imagine. Possibly back out to the side where it was before. Yeah, back out towards that far wall from my camera. And there's a timeout being called. The Australian team, captain, coach, and player Hannah Robertiso calling timeout there for the Australians. Yeah, we've seen some good work by this Australian team. It really looks like they're able to get the numbers down at the end of those big switches and find the holes in this Amazon team. Maybe the Amazons, a lot of ring-ins for this team, maybe haven't done as much training as the Australian team, who have really been training for this competition. Possibly don't quite have the legs that this Australian team does. Maybe able to be spread a little bit wider than they'd like to be. But still, they're doing a good job screening out those switches, and hopefully they'll be able to get some good numbers down to the end. Now this is going to be a free puck. I'm not quite sure whose free puck this is actually. It looks like the Amazons taking this free puck. With a lot of players back behind the puck there when the Amazons are taking that free. And they flicked it out and back into the maul there where all the players were set up. Looks like the Australian player trying to get control of that puck there. But the Amazons driving down this near side camera wall. Australia trying to hold that wall there. Number 2 for Australia. Tory Wicket going in. The Amazons strip apart. It looks like they're flicking in the middle. They really want to get that drive in the centre of the goal tray. Good work by the Australian off wing there, shutting down that move into the centre and taking it back to the wall, the safe spot where the Australians really want to start their drive out. Subs coming in for Australia now, pretty close to their sub bench here, so eventually the Australians should be able to get enough numbers to push it out. But there are a lot of Amazons in the bottom of the pool as well. We'll see whether the Amazons favour the back wall or whether they want to try to switch it out again like they just tried to do against this Australian team. Australian team doing a good work pressuring up that wall. They've got it well out of the corner now. The Amazons turning them around though. Really just a big fight underneath that sub bench. Pretty good for Australia really. As good as you can get this far in defence. Underneath that sub bench we can get lots of fresh legs in. Amazon's not the best body position there from that lady, but it looks like she's got the backup behind her. Australia now pushing out ever so slowly. Out past their goal tray. More subs coming in for Australia. I can see 2 people subbing out there. It looked like number 11 Rummy and number 2 Tory subbing out for Australia. As they're just inching their way up the court. And here we go, into the middle. Great work from Australia. Looks like they've managed to find the space that they wanted. They've decided we're half away from our goals. Now we can take the risk and move it away. Trying to see. Looks like Australia's still got the best of the possession, and they've driven it well past the halfway line onto that far wall there. Amazons now, though, with a bit of a counter-attack. They've got possession. They had the numbers down, but they really couldn't find their way into the middle of the court, which I think is what they wanted to do. Pass back to the Amazons back, and she just goes straight back onto that wall, not willing to risk going out into the middle with all of those Australians. Might be able to capitalise on that manoeuvre. This is what looks like a switch from the Australians, but very well covered. Good turn of speed there. Oh, and the flick back into the middle. Amazons having the wide cover there, and the Australians up to flip back into the middle. But it looks like the Amazon back just able to rolling off the Australian player. Australia back in possession now. Looks like they're just going to take it to the wall. Back under their own sub-bench there. The whole sort of ruckus being pushed out now. It's Amazon 2-on-2. Looks like the last Australian back able to curl off the Amazon attacker and the flick through. Good work, and back into that sub-bench there. Couldn't quite see the numbers. That looks like Nat Wickham on the Amazons team, but I might be wrong. Good work, Australia, pushing it into the corner. But really, the last couple of minutes have been all about this Amazon team trying to find a weakness in the Australian defence. They've had the most of the possession, really, and the most of the attacking pressure down into this corner. And while Australia's done a good job keeping it out, you actually can't score goals from your defensive corner. Referee Tony, hand in the air, is called gloving against the Australian team, so the Amazons have a chance to set up now and see if they can make the most of this. They haven't had much success coming out of that attacking corner, so we'll see if being able to reset the puck close to the middle of the pool will give them a chance to set it up. Looks like just 2 Amazons right on that line of scrimmage, with 3 further back. You can see the referee calling advantage. Might be a breaking foul. And he's got his hand in the air. I imagine that was breaking. Yes, it was. Against the Australian team, so they're going to be pushed right back against the goals now. Very good chance for this Amazons team. I imagine the puck will be right in the middle, and with only 3.5 minutes left, they really want to score this one. Everyone's down, both teams, all 12 players. The flick goes in. Looks like the Australians really just chopped it down though. The buzzer's going, that was an illegal knockdown. Bad luck for that Australian player. That was Sarah Walker there again. Selling herself at the puck and managing to knock down that puck, unfortunately using her glove or arm to do so. So the New Zealanders have another chance right up against this Australian goal tray. Amazons flick it in. The buzzer's going again. And that was a barging call against one of the Amazon players. I've got my eyes on that bitch, I can't see her cap number. And I think the ref signaling a kick out. That's a 2-minute kick out for number 6. And according to my sheet, there is no number 6 from the Amazons team, but I can very clearly see that number 6 has been kicked out. And it looks like, yeah, I'm not sure who that is, unfortunately. Definitely a number 6, but there is no number 6 on this team sheet. Amazon's now down to 5 against the Australian team. I'm not sure if that was just the obstruction call earning her that kick out, or whether it was a bit of a lip back to the referee. But maybe it was only going to be 1 minute if she had kept her mouth shut. Hard to tell. Referee now signalling advantage as the puck's pushed up that far wall and into the centre by the Australians. I imagine this will be an Australian foul if it gets called, because the Australians have most of it at the moment. But it's back on the wall, and the referee seems content. But we have a different call from a different referee. It's going to be a free arm against the Australian team. They're going to be pushed back, so the puck just about halfway now. And the team of 5 Amazons against the full contingent of 6 under 23 Australians. And the call has been done. There is a timeout for the Amazons team. I imagine they'll want a break before playing with 5 for any longer, but only 50 seconds. Oh no, there's a minute and 13. They've already done the timeout. The referee is much quicker. People on the score bench much quicker than I'm necessarily used to. With 40 seconds left in the timeout and 1 minute 13 seconds left in the gameplay, we've got 3 goals for the Australian under-23 women's and 0 for the Amazons team. Most of the New Zealanders in that team, a couple of Australians. I think it's 2 or 3 or 4 Australians maybe in that team. Amazon's really just taking a nice breather before this last minute or so of gameplay. Playing with 5 is always hard, so I would want a breather as well. Referee is making sure everything is the way they want it, and this is going to be an Amazon free puck. A little way past halfway, so they're not as close as they could be to the Australian goal. Definitely in their attacking half though. Very hard to see what's going on here. It looks like the flick's gone through and it's being cleared off to the wall by the Australian defence. That's off to that far wall away from our cameras. Australian defence looks very solid. A lot of numbers on the bottom here, just looking out over the pool. Cannot see many white caps at all on the surface, and very hard to drive for the Amazons, of course, with 5. Makes it a lot harder to find that open space. Another call, it's going to be 2 minutes for obstruction against the Amazon. No! Against the Australian team. That's Sunny Sky. Sent out. It's number 1, Sunny, on the Australian team, and it looks like the call's gone, but both of the refs calling advantage here. I imagine that was another breaking call against Australia, so 5 on 5 now. And the Amazons about to get their 6th player back in with just a couple of seconds left. The referee, yep, that was breaking against Australia. Having a word there to Tori Wickham. And they're going to push them back. And referee Tony wants to send out one of the Australian players for breaking. I don't think I saw a warning go out, but I guess that's his call as a ref. So 2 minutes for another Australian player. That's going to be 4 Australians left in the water against the 5 Amazons, soon to be 6. And they've elected to send out number 12, Isabella Piccoli there. So she's going to be spending the rest of this game on the sub-bench with Sonny. As it's 4 on 5 now as the Amazons take the flick. Looks like the Australians have got it though, and they're taking a bit of a swim down the side of the pool. They might actually have the outside, and I don't think there's going to be enough Amazons down. Very hard, of course, the Amazons were down to 5. And that's a great swim, great goal. And that number 2, Tori Wickham from Australia, scoring that goal. Great work with only 10 seconds left on the clock. They're just going to swim back and let the clock time out. That's full time. And with only 4 players in the water against the 5 Amazons, Australia score a great breakaway goal there to bring the score to 4 Australia, Amazons 0. What an exciting end to that game. Well, we're going to have to pause the stream for a second here, and we'll be back in just a little bit with the New Zealand Under-18 Women's Obsidian team against the New Zealand Under-18 Women's Diamond team. Come on. Hey everyone, we're back for the next game, which is the New Zealand Under-18 Women's Obsidian team in white against the New Zealand Under-18 Women's Diamond team in black. Both teams seem set up and ready to go as we count down the last couple of seconds before the start of the game. Obsidian is in white and Diamond is in black, very counterintuitively. Very close strike though, and it looks like the Diamond team just being able to push through. Obsidian though get the puck, taking it all the way to the wing there. I don't think I've got any team lists in front of me just at the moment, but I'll get that as soon as I can. Obsidian team taking an early push down this near side wall. And it looks like it's been bottled up just under the sub bench there. A big flick comes through for the Team Diamond, but it's going to stay on the wall. And they're going to keep pushing out. And now, here it comes off the wall. Big 45 drive by the Team Obsidian. Here we go, and I've got my team list now. Hopefully I'll be able to spot some numbers under the water. Flick goes in for the Diamond team. Bit of a contestation, but it looks like the Diamond player there, able to roll it off back into the centre. Nice big swim, nice push pull there. Gets around one of the Obsidian players. The flick goes in. We might go see an early goal. But it looks like the Obsidian team just able to get enough numbers down to push that one out. And it's been pushed out, just past halfway there. Great work there. We've got number 3 on the Diamond team. That's Jerusha Knightley trying to stop that push there, but it was double teamed very effectively by the Obsidian team. And now Team Obsidian appear to be in attack here. Very hard to tell when they're right under the wall here. Big 45. Looks like Diamond. Ooh, nice little maneuver there. The Diamond back, just curling it all the way around. Multiple Diamond members here pushing it right up the wall. Obsidian appear to have got control and they're switching it all the way across. Too many Diamond players on this side of the water for them. But it looks like they've been able to put it right in, and it looks like a very early goal for the New Zealand Under-18 Women's Diamond team in black. No, maybe not. The referee's called no goal. Bit of bad luck there for the Diamond team, and they've been pushed back away from the goals. Not quite sure what the foul was there, but obviously not quite legit getting that puck in. All the girls going down now, and very early they've taken it right off onto the wall. Team Obsidian now with the puck, pushing it. No, Team Diamond's retaking the puck, driving 45 into the centre. Can't quite see, the referee's in my way. There's a push by the Obsidian team, it looks like now, pushing out towards the sub-edge of the Team Diamond. And good work there. But it looks like number 5 on the Team Obsidian, Olivia Houston, making a bit of headway for herself, loses the puck back to the Diamond team. Diamond team now with numbers in the centre, looking for options. The flick goes wide. I'm not sure if she found what she was looking for actually. It looks like the puck was just sitting there by itself in the middle of the pool. Another big flick from that Diamond team, not finding its mark, just hitting that dead space, and the players taking a little while to get down to those pucks, so maybe not expecting them to just go so wide. Of where the support is. Now that was a great drive there from the Diamond team. Looks like the refs are happy with it as well. Good work there from number 10 on the New Zealand Under-18 Women's Diamond team, Annabelle Fletcher-Jones. She's gotten that puck all the way into the goals, and it looked just like a big drive there from that New Zealand team into the far side of the goal, away from our cameras. Obsidian team not managing to get enough defenders down. Score, that's the first goal of the game, so black, which is the Diamond team, up 1 goal against the white team, Team Obsidian. Back here, another very close strike, but it looks like the Obsidian team just gets there a little bit quicker. Team Diamond, however, putting a lot of pressure on that far wall, driving it down. It looks like it's just stalled up there. Team Obsidian pushing back. very much a lot of lost possession here for both teams. Finding it hard to get on their bat. Oh, another big drive here from the Obsidian team. Or Diamond team, should I say. Another very big drive from them into the corner. Sorry if I'm mixing up these team names so much. I've trained myself to say Australia and New Zealand, but it's going, it doesn't work so well on the two New Zealand players. This is a foul now. It looks like a chopping call against the Diamond team, being pushed back, and Team Obsidian calling a timeout. They really want to figure out how they want to take this puck away from their own goal tray. Just under 10 minutes left here in the first half.
5-1 to Diamond last time.
Yeah, and I'm just hearing the
First
Diamond team won 5-1 in the last game that these two teams played. So early goal for Diamond. Maybe they've just got a bit of an edge over their counterparts at the moment in the last couple of days. New Zealand, of course, trying to send two equal teams to this competition. They're really doing a good job. We've had some great games here so far. But Diamond 1, Obsidian 0, with 10 seconds left on the clock. And this is going to be a free puck for the Obsidian team, pushing out away from their goals. All the players are down, a long way from our cameras, unfortunately. It looks like the flick's going to go straight into the maul, though. And we've got the puck coming all the way across. Can't see who had the puck there, but all the players are swimming across. Looks like it's gone back in the middle now, as the Diamond team is pushing right in. Obsidian now spoiling that push. She's got good possession of the puck. Oh, referees aren't happy though. It's going to be a free against the Team Obsidian. It looks like a obstruction there for one of the Obsidian players defending that puck. Good work by Obsidian pushing that goal out away from the Diamond's line of attack, but unfortunately using a bit too much body to do so. Here we go now, big flick into the centre, massive flick. Looks like there's enough players down to stop it though, and multiple members of the Obsidian team swimming that puck out away from the goals. Bit of a double team going on here now. The Diamond have multiple players down. Looks like they want to bring it straight back into the centre. Not interested in attacking down that side or back wall. They want to attack the front of the goal tray. And that's going to be a foul against the Diamond team here, pushing back away from the Obsidian goal again. That was an illegal knockdown by one of the Diamond players. Not sure when that happened, but the referee may have been playing advantage for a little while there. So Obsidian now looking to clear it away from their goal tray again. Diamond so far have done a very good job of controlling that puck and keeping it in there. Obsidian doesn't want to risk the open space. They push it down the wall. So many numbers, both teams. You can see number 5 there on the Diamond team. Chester Tim's getting a bit of a kick to the head, having to adjust their mask. But it looks like the Obsidian team has managed to make quite a bit of ground, pushing it all the way back underneath that Diamond team sub-bench, and even further. Looks like they might be able to take it all the way into the corner. And as we've seen so far, these girls teams from New Zealand, very aggressive into the corner. Not afraid to push it all the way down that back wall if the opposition team gives them a chance. Not this time though, out in front of the goals, and it looks like Diamond's managed to clear it out. Bit of a break. It looks like she's been covered over to the wall. Just pinned there underneath their sub-bench for a couple of seconds, and the rest have got their hands in the air. Yeah, and that's 2 separate calls actually. One ref calling chopping and one calling obstruction, both against the Diamond team, however. So obviously, Diamond very keen to get that puck away from their goal. Couple of different calls coming in from the refs, doesn't matter. But now we've got a timeout for the Team Diamond. Coach Letitia there wants to have a word to our players, obviously. And yeah, exactly 7 minutes left on the clock after this timeout. And really, it's been a very close game. Only 1 goal scored so far, the Diamond team scoring that single goal. I believe that was... I don't remember who scored it, unfortunately. But yeah, good work by the Diamond team, and good work by the Obsidian team. They've put on a really good attack in this last couple of minutes, and we'll see if they can keep that going. Bringing it out across into the middle of the court so far. They've had a bit of trouble getting their offensive drive going down the middle. They've looked really good down this side wall. And we've just got colour on our thing. I don't know if you can see that where you are at home, but here I've just got colour on our timeout outboard. It used to be a dull black, and now it's a nice bright red, letting me know that the time is indeed out. Not for very much longer though, as the Obsidian team gets ready to make their attack on the goal. Very quick, looks almost too quick, but the referees seem happy with it. Lots of diamond players sitting out at that park. The Obsidian team not putting up much of a wall in front of them. Referee was signalling advantage for a second there, but he seems to be content with the way the play's gone as the diamond team start to push out under their own sub-bench and back down the wall. Of course, this is unfortunately the blind spot of our camera. I'm not sure if there's much we can do about that. We've had a couple of days of fiddling around with it now, and this seems to be about the best we can get, unfortunately. But now, breaking out into the middle, number 3 on the diamond team, Jerusha Knightley, smashing it down that wall, gets dispossessed by Emily Cronfield. And a real large amount of players down at the bottom here, really trying to get possession of that puck and get the advantage down that wall. It looks like it's going to be the Obsidian team who managed to make the first break, and they've broken down, not as far as it might have looked though. Turned around almost immediately. Very hard work done by all these girls. Everyone really putting their bodies on the line to get this puck going their way. No one seems very interested in bringing it out. That might just be really good work by those off-wingers on both teams, preventing the other team to bring it out. But it looks like it's going to be the Diamond team who manages to break it out there. Not sure if she's managed to maintain possession. And back into the middle, very good flick. Unfortunately, the Obsidian member there ready to steal that one. I'm pretty sure that was number 5 Obsidian, Olivia Houston, the captain, who managed to intercept that flick and avert potential disaster. Multiple members of the Obsidian team now going under here. They might have just come in off their sub-bench, actually. We are right underneath the sub-bench of the Obsidian team. They're not able to make it very far. Play pinned once again under that bench. And we've got a big run here by the Obsidian team. They've got a bunch of members down again. Really just smashing down that wall. Very considerate of these ladies, actually. We've seen a lot of play down this camera side wall where we can catch all the action. We've got Tessa Timms on the Diamond team there, is looking to get a bit of the action. It looks like she had to go up there as Diamond team pushes out. And it looks like it's going to be against the Team Diamond, quite close to their goal tray, actually. We'll see if Obsidian can make anything happen here. Very hard, of course, when the other team gets to rack up all their players in front of the goal. In my humble opinion, it's actually harder to score for free right next to the goal than it is off general open play. But of course, you do get that possession, you get to do whatever you like. You don't have to go straight for the goal. You can try to spread the other team wide. Very good work from these Diamond players, securing that right against the wall. But it looks like a nice little break from Obsidian, pushing it right down into the corner there. Good work, girls. And now Obsidian are going to see if they can attack that corner. Mackenzie Morgan we see there having to go up. Looks like she lost a bit of her mask maybe. And Diamond now pushing back on the offensive. They're trying to bring it back to the middle. Ooh, under the bum, number 10 there. Annabelle Fletcher-Jones. A nice little maneuver. Lucky for her, there was no Diamond player on the other side as she protects that puck. We've got Grace Driscoll there trying to keep the push going for the Obsidian team. Hard to tell. Looks like Diamond managed to break out into the open though. They're curling around, got the player behind. Little push pull, we'll see if she gets away with it. Looks like she's maintained possession, but hasn't beaten the play she was hoping to. Good flick off to the wing, and a big break down the wing for this Diamond team here. Flick goes into the middle, we've got multiple defenders down. Doesn't look like they're quite going to get it in. Push sent off to the side. The reload though is good from the Diamond team, and that might be the goal. No, everyone's still on the bottom. There we go. Everyone's come up. We'll see what the referees think of that, but it looked like a goal for the Diamond team. Yes, indeed, number 11 on this Diamond team. That's Paris Arena scoring that goal. Only the second goal of this game. It's been very tight, and although the Obsidian team were attacking there for quite a while, it was the Diamond team that made that big 45 breakout, managed to find the flick out to the winger, swam all the way down that wing, and then just consistent pressure for a couple of seconds managed to put that goal in against this Obsidian team. The score is now 2 to the Diamond team, 0 Obsidian team, as we're off again. And the Obsidian getting a quick bite at that puck there off the free, flicks back to the winger in a bit of a defensive position. Number 3 on the Obsidian team, Anastasia Byrne, holding that puck desperately, and she's found enough time for her teammates to get there. They're making a nice little push down this wall, and it looks like Diamond once again opening it up. Bit of tip-tap in the middle, but it's stolen off by an Obsidian player. It's being pushed straight down. Oh, good drive from Diamond. And they're looking to reload here. Oh, that was Obsidian, sorry, Obsidian driving. And someone's being sent up for 1 minute. I do not know who it is. It looks like a grievous arm foul. Number 5 on the Diamond team, Tessa Timms. I think, from what I can tell from the ref's gesturing, got her arm in over the other player and was grabbing at the head or arm of the other player. Looked very intentional, obviously. Only 1 minute though. Not as bad as it could have been. So now Obsidian, player advantage. A couple of minutes left in this game. We'll see if they can push it. They've got it in this corner. Obsidian spent a lot of time in this attacking corner, and they've had a really hard time converting from here before. But they look like they're pushing down the wall now. I just wish our camera was tilted a little bit further so we could see the goal tray. They've got a couple... Oh, they've had a couple of good pushes down this back wall. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. The Diamond team doing a really good job of defending down that back wall. Really good rotations coming in from these ladies. But Obsidian not giving up, keeping that puck securely in that corner, not letting the Diamond team push it out under their sub-bench for easier subs. Subs coming from the Diamond team, very risky. They're already down to 5 players. You're down to 4 for a couple of seconds when you sub like that. Looks like they've gotten away with it. Got away with it again, and Tessa Timms about to get back in the water. Her 1 minute nearly up. Great defense from this Diamond team, keeping it out with only 5. And the buzzer's gone again. I'm not sure what the call is. It looked like the... No, that's half-time. Half-time in this game. Oh, it snuck up on me. Looks like the Diamond team managing to hold out with 5, and the score at half-time, 2 for Team Diamond, 0 for Obsidian as they swap halves. Hopefully that won't confuse me as much as the fact that the Diamond team is in black and the Obsidian team is in white. So far, I've said the wrong thing multiple times. But really great defense from the Diamond team so far, keeping it out with 5 for a whole minute as the Obsidian team attacked in from that corner. Obsidian team not able to find the inside angle that they probably were looking for, and just forced to attack down that back wall. Very easy for the Diamond team to defend. Got a couple of minutes of breather now for both of these teams. Both coaches in the water. Coach Letitia surely congratulating her players and defending with 5. Very good work. They'll have 6, I believe, as soon as this play resumes. We might have to wait until the puck is touched before Tessa Timms can get in the water, or she might be able to start on the line with her teammates. Not sure. Either way, back to 6 for this Diamond team. Obsidian had a really good chance there at goals, but they've got a whole other half. 2-0, by no means an impenetrable amount of goals for them to score through. Coach Bo for the Obsidian team there has come over, given his girls a couple of words of wisdom. I'm sure they're very eager to hear what he has to say. Everyone getting their last drinks of water, just a minute to go. All the refs conferring, having a word about the different calls they've made this game. Definitely interesting when that both the refs made the call, but it was 2 different calls against the same team. Very interesting to see how that happened. I imagine they were both playing advantage, which is why both the calls came through at the exact same time. Approaching 30 seconds left in this game. Everyone seems to want to get the last couple of words out. No one's going to go back early, taking their sweet time to get back to the sub-bench. All the rest of the other hands are very ready to get going again. As the score is still 2 for the New Zealand Diamond team,
2,200
New Zealand
views.
Obsidian team. New Zealand Diamond really looking to get back into this game. As we're just checking our view count.
Peak viewership was 200 people between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock on yesterday. No, on July the 4th, whatever that was.
Hear that, everyone? You've been beaten by the 7 to 8 crowd on July the 4th. So step it up, tell your family, tell your friends. There's underwater hockey happening as we've started again. This second half in the New Zealand under-18 women's Diamond v Obsidian matchup. The Diamond team leads 2-0, and they're back over the other side of the court now. Bit of a push here from the Obsidian team. They were putting on a lot of pressure at the end of last half. It looks like it's carried through. Haven't quite made it to the corner yet, but I imagine that's where they'll end up. They look very comfortable on this wall of these ladies. And a big push coming down the back wall. It looks like it's been thwarted by the Diamond team. Taking it out. Ooh, and that big 45, this has been deadly in the past. Will she find the support? She doesn't keep going wide, instead straight behind and the push down the wall. Diamond still in possession. And here they go. They've found the space. This might be the run. No, there's one more defender back. Flicks almost straight to a very strange flick there from that Diamond player. I'm not sure who it was, but flicking it straight to the defender, possibly out of air, and thought that it was another teammate. Put himself right out of the water, and just his mask in the water now. And now that's a lot of attackers. It looks like they've managed to keep it out. The referee's got his hand in the air. This might, yeah, it's a gloving. It's going to be a penalty. Penalty shot called. It's gloving against the New Zealand Obsidian team. So Diamond a chance to increase their lead here very early in the second half. And good work by them, really finding the space. Obsidian looked very aggressive in the first couple of minutes here. But the Diamond team managed to break out, find that wide wing, and go all the way back. Now, hopefully the ref won't get in our way for this penalty. It looks like only one player's gone down, only the back. They're waiting for it to come back up. Not sure what happened there. I thought I heard the buzzer go. It looks like the rest maybe weren't quite ready. There's everyone down now, the ref right in our way. Flick comes through, and it looks like the flick just went straight to the goals. Bit of luck there for that Diamond player. Number 11, I believe, flicked and scored that goal. Paris Arena. A bit of luck there, because she definitely flicked away from her support, but the defender there for the Obsidian team unable to put it in, unable to knock down that. Quite early in the second half here, Obsidian first to the puck. It looks like she's going to spill it behind to her support, and they're swimming out. Looks like the Diamond team gets possession though. Big drive through the middle. You can see they've got support on this near side at least. It looks like they just want to keep going straight down the middle. And Diamond clearing it out there, getting possession, the puck punched through to one of the backs. Diamond now, big 45. But, gets underneath that Obsidian defender who was screening it. The flick comes through, and that looks like 2 or 3 members of the Diamond popped that puck in. Great work. That was number 5 there, finishing off that goal for New Zealand Diamond. Number 5? Tessa Timms, I believe, number 5, finishing off that goal. Good work from her. Obviously, fine after being kicked out for a minute earlier in the game. But yeah, really nice little maneuver. Not sure who that was who brought it in underneath the Obsidian player, but I think the Obsidian defenders are going to need to get down a little bit harder on the bottom if they're going to want to defend against the Diamond team. 5 goals up against the Obsidian team. And that's another enormous 45 there for that Diamond team. Looks like they've found the space they wanted, and they transitioned straight from the 45 to the straight. Looks like they've gotten the player on the outside. Will they be able to stop it? No! And that looks like another